Is it the best time to buy these cards? Let's take a look now. It's past projects, and I'm coming with all the bangers for you to take a look at everything that you've got going on in detail. Over the last week, City Mew, as you call it, or Cantina Mew, people also call it Sunset Mew. I like City Mew the best, but realistically, it's gone from about 70 bucks. It was at 90 at one point on TCG Player, all the way down to about 50. You can pick this thing up for 50 bucks again if you want before it potentially goes back up. It's over 95% on the 3 month, so that's one to definitely take a look at. I want to take a look at everybody realistically. The whole crew itself. Mega Gardevoir is one of the biggest buys right now. Umbreon's been going hard at over $2,000 now. The VMAX alt art is goaded. The Umbreon EX is starting to show signs of life again. The Charizard from 151 is starting to show signs of life. Bulbasaur, we knew this card was going to be huge. A lot of people are buying and selling that card itself, just ripping it from the booster boxes. Overall, a nice card. A lot of people are enjoying that. Another one to take a look at is the Mars Shadow. This one is like the sleeper from Mega Evolutions. That one was the one that started to really go up through the roof. The Charizard V-Star has been realistically on a potentially cool off after it had a big spike up for about 45%, 46% of an increase. You could still pick it up at around the $50 range from verified sellers. Nothing against anybody that's selling it with not a lot of rep. Just protect yourself and protect what you're investing in. Taking a look now at Snorlax. Snorlax from 151, the promo itself has been going astronomical, 78% over the last 3 months. I remember picking this thing up at 10 bucks and just being happy because I really wanted this card. It was a nice find, and you can still get it at about the $10 range if you really wanted to, but $20 is where it's really starting to sit. This thing in a PSA 10. What is it going for in PSA 10 these days? I'm going to take a quick look. Snorlax 151 promo PSA 10. There it is. PSA 10 250. Get out of town. Seriously, it's moved that much? Wow. I remember seeing this thing in a PSA 10 for 75, 80 bucks a couple months ago, and now, oh man, it's starting to fly. Yeah, people are realizing 151's coming off the shelves. There's not many more going to be potentially printed, and now, wow, that's huge. I got one copy of that. I didn't even think about it. I haven't looked at that card in a couple weeks now. That's huge. Charizard base set, I still am thinking about potentially picking one up. It's rising 30% over the 140 to 190. If you've been following my road to finishing my Vintage Masters set where I'm mastering Neo, base, and Jungle, basically all at the same time, all in one binder, and all the WotC promos, this is still one of the cards I need. So if you guys see this video, definitely hit it with a like, hit me with a comment, and share this video with the homies because y'all help me by watching these videos. Hit that sub button because I'm on the road to 1K. On the road to 1K, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but at the same time, it's just been a joy. So I'm going to keep moving on from that. Magikarp by Shinji Kanda, everybody knows it. It's over, what, five-ish, four-ish $100, $400 for near mint now. And realistically, it's got 4 copies before 450, and then what are we looking at? 5 more copies before it hits 500, and then somebody could push this thing up to $700 in one day if they really wanted. 10 copies at $5 grand. That's people. If you follow crypto at all, people yield farm 5 grand in 2 hours, so it's not really hard for certain people to move this market with all these investor bros. That's the funny thing about the space itself. People in the Pokemon market are like, oh, investor bros, $5,000 or $10,000 or moving cards. It's like if you ever played World of Warcraft and you played WoW auctions and you just look at a listing and you got a million gold, you know how quickly it is you can move something and then relist it at a higher price, and then people buy it out on an average, and you can make 2 to 10 grand real quick. But realistically, the the crypto space is such a funny one because people keep shitting on the investor bros and talking badly about them. But the reality is, when you yield farm and you have all this crypto money and you can take that crypto money, allocate it into either gift cards or onto your Venmo, and then just hit the buy button on eBay or TCG without even having to transfer it out and pay taxes on it. And then you can liquidate your money into cards like this and then go to a card show and get 90% of the value of what you paid for it in tax-free money. Not financial advice. I'm not doing this. I'm just saying this is the reality of what space you're in now. Like, that's the reality of where the crypto market is, guys. So you have to be able to understand that. Are they washing money? I don't know. It's not for me to decide. I'm not a business person. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a botter or a hacker. It's just theory crafting the reality of the space that we're in now and how everything's changed. The bubble Mew. Oh, not Chinese. The 650 is for the near men realistically right now. Is it going to go back up towards 700? Probably. I mean, it's only one positive news article away or one TikTok bro singing the Bubble Mew song away from this thing hitting $700. It could do 700 in a week. If it's still not really. Maybe it's going one a day. Let me go look on eBay real quick. That would be real, where the realistic Mew EX. Let's find Paldean Fates. PSA 10. I'm getting it dialed in. We're getting it dialed in. How many sold in a day? There's the today, 29th. None of them are sold, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this thing is still doing what, 10 plus a day in the Bubble Mew department. So it's definitely realistic where this one's moving up. The raw copy is going to move that way too at some point. That's the reality of it. Umbreon EX, $1,000. Ooh, I guess my charts have been broken, but we'll go to eBay then. Umbreon EX, realistically, that's where you find the whole spiel with Umbreon. Let's see, what do we got here? PSA 10, where is it sitting these days? In a English copy. PSA 10 English. Yeah, there we go. $4,000. Whew. Oh, and people are still crapping on Prismatic. If that thing's really 3,000, 4,000, this card is selling for more than the Moonbreon. Yeah, Moonbreon's sitting about 3,500. This thing's sitting at about $4,000 on bids. People are talking badly about Prismatic. I don't see it. Prismatic is definitely still going strong right now. Right here, 42, 4,300. You can't knock this Moonbreon at all. If you've got it, be a happy camper. Be a happy camper. Taking a look at the Alakazam promo. The Pokemon Center Alakazam promo. This was $40 to $60 on release. A lot of people bought it up. It was $80. I wanted to hit the buy button, but I had to put my money somewhere else. You know, for the family, it is what it is. 125 to 150 is where it's been settling. So if you can get this thing for about $100, it's not the end of the world. This one's a fake. Be careful. It's not actually the Pokemon Center. It's just a regular. So yeah, it looks like about 100 to 115. Is that high? No, I think with a Gen 1 Pokemon on it, it's realistic. With the Wobbuffet, it wasn't even that expensive. What was the Wobbuffet? I'm only gonna look up the Wobbuffet just because I wanna Wobbuffet PSA A B B A I Wabu Wobbuffet Destin Rivals Pokemon Center promo. I forget how to spell Wobbuffet. I'm sorry. Wobbuffet. Almost got it right. Almost got it right. So Wobbuffet is not even that like sought after, and it's still sitting in the 160 range. Let's see. Selling for 180 sealed. Alakazam's not a bad pickup. If you look at it in that realm, it's definitely worth 120. 120 is not a bad buy if you want to buy it. Buy yourself 2 or 3, 4 copies, sit on it, and you know, have fun with it later down the road. Definitely pick up 2 copies. Don't be that guy and buys one, and then you hurt yourself in the long run of things, and you're kicking your body like I wish I bought more. Just buy 2. Not financial advice. If you buy 3, you can always feel good about when the Alakazam promo goes to $400 or $500. Sell it. You have 2 more. It's not a bad buy if you have the 300 to lie around. If you don't have the 300 to lie around, maybe work a little overtime and then help yourself that way. Bulbasaur, I thought was going to be a $50 card. Honestly, I thought this box topper was going to be better than the Reshiram box topper that we got from Journey Together, but it's sitting around $30 right now. Where is the Ends Reshiram from Journey Together promo sitting? Promo. I'm just gonna go sealed. Sealed would be $26. Buy it now for $35. So I mean that's the only other box topper we've gotten recently out of a booster box. There's a ton of Reshirams, but Reshiram isn't as popular as a Gen 1 Pokemon, so I mean you can make do with what you think about it, but the other thing to remember right now, and this is the other part we have to talk about with the Bulbasaur, the Mega Evolutions got short printed would be the right word because they pushed the European release back 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, and the North American market only got somewhere between 50 to 60% of the product they were supposed to release on release day. That's why people only had 4, 5, 6, 7 to 10 booster boxes in a store because they didn't get the actual allocation they were supposed to. A lot of the stores that were around me, the one main allocation area for GameStop had under 20 boxes, and usually on release days they have 40 to 60 boxes, and they're the ones that distribute boxes to all the other GameStops around my area, my greater area. So if you think about that, there's going to be more Bulbasaurs to come out. Realistically, could it go down? Of course, people are going to rip booster boxes by the dozens, and then they're going to send them off to grading when they get them back. If there's 7s, 8s, or 9s, they're going to crack them. So you've got about 2, 3 potentially months before this Bulbasaur really finds its sitting price. Realistically, probably a couple more weeks before you see it go down again, and there's just a giant fire sale on this thing all over the place. There's a ton right now out there. One person already has 16 listed at $32, and he's just putting it at light play, so he doesn't have people charge him back for it to protect himself, which is smart. You know, if you near mint and then it gets damaged, light play at least protects you. So like you can pick up clean light plays from a seller with over 50,000 sales. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know them by any means. I've not bought from them before, but at least they're being potentially honest where, you know, like somebody with near mint hollow, he's had 2 sales before and a 0% reference rate or a feedback rate. Like you can get one probably in really good condition. It's probably just really off-centered. So those are like the realm of where Bulbasaur's at right now. Marshadow. Marshadow is a lovely card that started to pump. It just flew. It went from $30 and then it just all of a sudden it took off to the 75 area. There's a video on TikTok about it. Everybody was on Reddit talking about why is this card moving. It's the Pikachu tax. I didn't even notice the Pikachu in the card until I really started to take a close look at it. It took me about 2 or 3 times seeing the card on videos online to realize that there was a Pikachu in it. Pikachu tax is wild. Just like there's a Gengar tax, the Pikachu tax is huge as well. So, I mean, that's the only really thing I can justify it with. But at the same time, it's not for me to say. People like the card. I've seen a couple videos where little kids are saying their favorite card is Marshadow, and Marshadow just hasn't had the light of day in a while, and so this is really a really nice card for Marshadow, and the fact that he gets an IR is just one for the ages. The SIR Emo Mega Absol. This card is a total meme. 120 on release, down to 103 right now. It's starting to drop a little bit. If you think this one's for you, whether it's for the memes or just a cool card in general, who knows where it's at, but you can definitely pick it up for $100. That's always a win. Somebody on Facebook Marketplace is going to try to probably rip it and say I want to sell it. You could probably offer them 75 to $80, and they might say yes. You could definitely get a card like that that's kind of declining quickly in decrease. Mega Gardevoir, one of my friends ripped this. He ripped it the first day. It was selling for over 500, around the 550 mark, and he sold it for 450. He got it off quick, and then it kept tanking, and it shot all the way down to about 300, 350, and he won. Stuff like that can happen fast if you can get in there, rip it, and find a buyer real quick and people trust you. A lot of people have no sales before, so you got to be careful with those. But realistically, this card, who knows where it's going to end up? Probably going down a little bit more as more get open. And don't forget, a couple months or a couple weeks away from more boxes and more cards being on the shelves. So if you have these cards right now, if you can find someone to potentially sell them, and you can get a decent price on them, it's not a bad thing. If you want to keep them, put them in your binder and enjoy them. Mega Lucario to 270. It's going down about 25% right now. The gold Mega Lucario, I don't know how I feel about this. We all know it's one of the rarest cards. There's not a lot of listings because there's not a lot that people want to sell of these cards right now. A lot of people like it and hold it. But the Mega Lucario is really where the money is, because the Mega Gardevoir one, that's a 1200 is not the real purchase. Yeah, it's about 400 to 450 from what I've seen over the last day, realistically. Not like I can talk really far back. I wanted to go to Lost Origins really quick because the last video I made, people were trying to understand. I was trying to understand, and I was talking to y'all about just the modern sets, but at the same time, there is some Lost Origins cards that realistically you could get for the promos or the trainer galleries that you could pick up on the steel side of things to help yourself, you know, grow your collection. A lot of people like that Charizard. A lot of people like this Pikachu. Pikachu's got some great trainer galleries, a Chonkachu, Ash, or Red and Pikachu. Realistically, the Gengar promo, every week it's been climbing. Um, the trainer gallery PSA 10 has been climbing about $100 a week for the last couple weeks. The Snorlax has been going off. I remember purchasing this card for $6 at a card show. So you can still get these cards for a decent price. If people have been holding on to them for a while, you can probably pick up a couple of these where you don't feel like you're hurting the long run of it all in your pocket, but at the same time, you can definitely find a couple of those for a decent deal. Pikachu's sitting at 83 right now. It's up from 50, which ain't bad. Red and Pikachu has been sitting at around 50 mark for a while. It's not a bad card to pick up. The Gengar that I was telling you about before, it's right at the $550 mark to $600 mark. It's got, what, 5 sales before, realistically. A couple 500s, mostly 450s right now. By the time the paychecks are running this weekend on Friday, this will be a $500 and $550 card. Another one we got to talk about is Destined Rivals. Team Rocket's Mewtwo still floating at the 500 range. It's not giving up, holding 500, and that's realistic for the card. 500 ain't bad. It's moved up about 5% of an increase. Cynthia's Garchomp is only up about 10% on the 3 month, but at the same time, it's still sitting at just around that 250 to 300 category is where it's at. Misty Psyduck, and It's been climbing. The reason it's climbing, I can tell you right now, it is the hardest card to grade in Destined Rivals. I've seen three copies I've held in my hands with different print errors, and that's from the print error around Psyduck for some reason. The print scanners had a tough time with his beak. There was a lot of print creases around the Psyduck potentially when they were doing um, the variance in the grading of this, not the grading, like the ripple effects and the shine of this card. Beautiful card in a great condition. Hard to get it in a working condition in English. English is tougher. Don't know why the quality is so bad, but I've seen a couple. And so if you can get this card or you have this card in good quality, definitely worth the keep. Misty Slappers is another nice card, not going to knock it at all, but Misty Psyduck, for some reason, they definitely put a lot of effort into that card, but the printers in North America just don't do it justice, and that's why this card is climbing. People want clean copies of this card. I could see this card, honestly, becoming the #1 card in the whole entire Destined Rivals, just over the fact that when you have it in your hands in person, that card pops so much. The Charizard 151, it's now over 300 bucks. It doesn't look like it's realistically slowing down when you find clean copies from good sellers, but realistically, that no neck Charizard is starting to see its light of day. I had one in my hand for 180. Some guy wanted 200 for it. I asked for 180, and he's like, "No, I want 200." And I'm like, "Oh, 20 bucks. 20 bucks, 20 bucks. I wish I bought it. I didn't. I'm as much as a collector of, you know, the original 151. My money is mainly in my uh, vintage binder right now, and I just didn't want to pick that card up at the time because I'm focused on master setting the vintage binder, and that's where I've been trying to make all my videos right now on my TikTok. If you're not following me on TikTok, go follow me at Pat's Projects. I have over 14,000 followers on TikTok, and we're just growing. It's been a blast growing the YouTube channel because I enjoy sitting down, talking, and doing YouTube. I've commented back to everybody that's commented on any one of my videos over the last 16 years of me doing YouTube. So this is just a new venture for me. I have the time to do it. I got a kid now, so I'm not out running around doing anything. The kid's in bed. Now it's time to make some YouTube videos. Zapdos is dancing on the $100 line. Realistically, he's going to be there soon. It's going to take him a couple weeks, but he could get there. One good week for Zapdos would be 100 to 125, 110. The Alakazam, everybody loves this card. We all know it. It's up big, and it's going to be up bigger soon. It's going to hit 60 soon. Give it a couple weeks. It's up 20% already. If you find this at a card show and offer somebody 50 for it and you feel comfortable picking it up, pick it up. I don't collect Alakazams. I wish I would love to, but then it's like you put yourself in. It's like when I was a kid, I wanted the Shining Gyarados. I would have loved to buy the Shining Gyarados, but I opened packs for it, never got it, and now you see it in a PSA 10 for 30 grand, and you're like, holy cow, man! If only I just committed to keep opening packs when I was a kid. The 151 Pikachu, everybody loves this card. This card is, I think, the hidden goat in the 151 set. Realistically, it's up 80% in the last 3 months. Out of all the cards in the last 3 months, this is up 40%. This is 83%. That's up 65%. The Pikachu is moving the fastest in the 151 set. If you find this Pikachu and you're really looking for it, can you pick it up for the $40 to $50 range at a card show? If you go into your local card show or local card shop, guys, and they're mainly sports vendors, one of my friends picked up 3 Ancient Mews. They had them listed for 30 bucks each, and they just shot up the day before to $100. If you can go into a sports card shop that has some Pokemon and look around through. They usually have a couple moderns and a couple vintage. You can probably pick one of these Pikachus up for a much cheaper price than they really are, especially if they're not on the ball with doing everything revolving around all of their cards. And that's really what we're going to talk about to this day, guys. I really appreciate y'all. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what's going on down below. If you want to see more videos like this, I'm doing them. I don't care if you don't. But at the same time, if you do, comment what you want me to talk about, because I'd like to push myself in that direction. I'm just a boat without a sail right now, floating down the stream, talking about things that I'm interested in. So if you guys want to hear more about it, let me know. Until next time, Pat out.